John Katko of New York joins me now. He is ranking member on the House Homeland Security Committee. Congressman, good to have you with us today. What's your reaction as you learn the details of this plot to assassinate a former president of the United States, President George Bush?
This is precisely the concern we had with the open border policies of the Biden administration. For the first year or so, last year or so, we were fighting with them tooth and nail to try and get information about the number of terrorists that were coming across the border on a terror watch list that had been seized. And they wouldn't give it to us. They finally gave it to us. And now we know that there was a plot to assassinate a former president, and it was going to be carried out by smuggling people across the southern border. You overlay with that the fact that they had someone seized at the border, let him go, then took them 2 weeks after they realized they were on a terror watch list before they just arrested that person in Florida. So for them to say that the southern border is not a national security issue is laughable, and this is deeply troubling. And yet graft upon that, what happened in Afghanistan, re-emboldening the ISIS elements and the terrorist elements worldwide. We've got a real recipe for disaster that was narrowly averted here, but it doesn't bode well for the future of this country unless they secure this border once and for all.
Yeah, the person that you mentioned is a separate case who surfaced
Right
on the terror watch list. And that's an extraordinary story as well, because in his case, they identified him and then they asked to apprehend him. It took 2 weeks to get permission to go take him into custody. I talked to Tom Homan about that earlier, and he said, I don't know why they even waited for any permission. What does this tell us about the threat that still exists from organizations like ISIS when you look at this man who had connections to the Ba'ath Party in Iraq, according to at least what we're learning so far in some of this early reporting?
Yeah, this is a really troubling development, and we were very concerned about this, the way the exit from Afghanistan happened, and it gave, once again, a breeding ground for terrorist activities and an encouragement for terrorism around the world. And then you see that they are attempting to work into this whole narrative, the exploitation of the southern border. And for months and months and months, the administration trying to tell us that it was only Mexicans and people from the Northern Triangle coming across. It's just not true. They're coming across from over 160 countries. 24 people have been seized from the terror watch list, on the terror watch list, and now we have this. This does not bode well for the security of our country. And I shudder to think what's gotten through and what we don't know about. And if I implore this president to just take a reality check here and realize that their border policies are making this country much less safe.
John Katko, Congressman, thank you very much, ranking member of
Thanks
the House
me.
Homeland Security Committee. Obviously, this is a big issue of Homeland Security with regard to the border and also the safety of the president, current president and former presidents of the United States, in this case, George W. Bush.